Back to Borneo TMBT Ultra. We are now at aid station 2 with the leader here from Brunei, Safli Ahar, on the 50-kilometer race. Safli Ahar continues to be in the lead by himself, apparently. He's going to cross this legendary bridge every year. We take great photos and videos here. There's a bit of backlight now from the sun, unfortunately. Safli Ahar, the good old Safli Ahar, is still in the lead of this 50-kilometer race. At checkpoint 1 he was 4 minutes ahead of Yazbi Ismail from Sabah Munduk Runners Club and 5 minutes ahead of John Ray Onifa. Now what a surprise it would be if John Ray Onifa today gets beaten by Safli Ahar. Let's follow him to the aid station as long as we can. Still good pace on Safli's. As we said in our previous broadcasts, great to see Safli back in action on the ATM Tour. One of our stars in the early years. 6 ATM race victories he has already collected in his career. Could today be his 7th. And that's the actual aid station. Hi.
This way?
Yep.
How many kilometers do they have?
Not sure, Safli. Yeah. Safli Ahar, looking very good at the moment. Aid station 2 must be kilometer 18, 19, thereabouts in this 50-kilometer race. And yeah, let's keep on streaming. Apologies that we cannot switch to a different camera today. But the gap should not be that big yet. And I personally do expect John Ray Onifa to try and catch up with Safli Ahar in the second part of this race. Would be surprised if John Ray just and here, as I said, here he is already together with Yazbi Ismail. So the gap has closed down. This is Yazbi Ismail. Last year he was also very strong. David Simpat this year is the first runner now on the 100k. So what happened to Mark Stacey? David Simpat, winner of 2015-2018, is now in the lead of this 100-kilometer race, and we are at water station 2. 18.6 kilometer completed, and Simpat is changing shoes. This water station, and over there we see Yazbi Ismail leaving the aid station. John Ray has also left already, so Safli Ahar leads the 50k by just a minute now over John Ray Onifa and Yazbi Ismail. And I was saying Yazbi Ismail last year was also very good in TMBT, but he got a time penalty at the finish that dropped him out of the top 3. So it's good to see Ismail back in action here today and going very strong indeed. But the race is clearly not over yet, 50k. And neither is it, of course, on the 100. But David Simpat's pace is high at the moment. We don't know what happened to Mark Stacey. Hopefully he didn't choose the wrong way again, like he did last year a couple of times. He was 5th in the result last year, Mark Stacey, but according to his own feeling, he lost about 1 hour in that race last year. So let's see what he can do today. He was clearly the fastest starter, but now has somehow dropped back behind Simpat. And also Hisashi Kitamura clearly has not caught up yet with Simpat. So and there he goes again. So at the moment it's the good old Sefli Ahar and the good old David Simpat leading the races here at Borneo TMBT Ultra. Let's try and see if we can still catch the number 2 and 3 of the 100k before we close this broadcast. We will be providing multimedia updates, video updates afterwards of the next runners. I can also tell you that on the 100k for women, Shindy Patricia from Indonesia and Regelin James from here in Sabah are leading together. On the 50k it's Vanja Knops and Angelica Ballo, as we also saw in our video broadcast. Amir Zaki and Amirul Amin are running together as well. They are just inside the top 10, also with Gustin Tiam. We also have Willie Wilson and one of the Chinese runners, Tiang Wei, if I'm not mistaken. And the gap between Simpat and the rest has grown. I think we can say that now. We're walking towards the bridge. It's probably more interesting footage on the bridge crossing the river than here. So I think the conclusion is that John Ray Onifa seems to be biding his time. And probably by aid station 3 might catch up with Sefli Ahar. And here's Mark Stacey now, second placed 100k runner. All good, Mark?
All good, yeah. All good.
So Simpat must have just overtaken him then. David Simpat just going a bit too fast at the moment?
Not sure.
Okay.
Let's see.
Right.
Catch you later.
Cheers. That was Mark Stacey in second place on the 100k at aid station 2. Let's see if we can still catch Kitamura. Yeah, he's coming. Hisashi Kitamura is entering the aid station now. He's behind the cars. And he leaves roughly a minute behind Mark Stacey in third place. And with that, we will close this broadcast, this live broadcast. As I just mentioned, we will be keeping you updated with more videos. And as a matter of fact, here is Wilson singing. So Wilson singing is keeping up with Kitamura. That's That's a good performance so far by Wilson. 2 weeks ago he still ran 100 miles, Penaniko. So Wilson Singh also going very well in the early stages of Borneo TMBT. And as I mentioned before, originally he had not planned to run the 100k here, but just the 50k. And with that being said, we close the